Good morning, good people. This is Lee Craft, the host of the What If podcast. Today's show is about Friday the 13th. A lot of bad things that happen on the 13th. Crucifixions, um, people doing satanic things and everything like that. But this is the thing, though, good people. Sometimes I know people going to crucify you on a daily basis, but don't allow it to get to you. You know why? So when you be crucified, you can be reborn to something better. But before we get started, if you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com or go to Anchor, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, all those beautiful apps. Look for the animated black man with a white beard, smiling and profiling, and finally realizing that y'all trying to size me up. I got a phone call the other day that said, Lee, Andrew, people who know me said, man, I love your intro. Man, I've always loved the intro because it comes with so much energy. If I get mad this morning, I can do it this morning. I just want to see what others think also. So like I said, give me those feedback. But I just want to say about today, don't let Friday 13th mess you up. I know a lot of bad things happen on the 13th. A lot of bad things happen on the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th. You know what I'm saying, right? But it's all about your mindset. What do you believe? What can you control? Control your controllables. You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line about everything that we go through in our daily life. I wake up in the morning time. My sister asked me, she said, brother, do you have your topics, everything written down? I said, Diane, no, I do not. I said, and the reason why, because I want to, when you're talking about things from your heart, and you're talking about things that you have lived through and that people have told you, sometimes I leave things out because, like, no, I said, I probably need to start writing it down. Like, I do leave things out because I get so excited to share some of my information with people that I never met. It's something that I do meet because that's what we're here for, to use our gifts to make people better, like others have done for us to make us better. People say, Lee Craft, you are different. No, we all are different in our own way. We all have that special gift that we're afraid to use. And what's that? The truth, our voice, our actions, all those different things. Lee Craft, you didn't go to college. I went for a little bit. I didn't graduate. But what does graduation mean if you're not applying to your life? Does college make you better? In some ways. But you make yourself better by trying to get the information. My grandfather, like I often said, don't have no college degree. Matter of fact, I don't think he had no high school diploma. Matter of fact, I don't think he had a elementary school certificate. But he was a smart man. Smart man. See, we use so many labels that so-called that they would think make us smart, and we're not. That piece of paper on the wall doesn't say you're smart. It just say you attended school and you got a diploma. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that. Not even president. He ain't got no education, and that's how we label people sometimes. See, you can say what you want to say about me, but I gotta be like the Matrix. I gotta get let it get away. You can't hold a good man down. You can't hold a good man down. And that's the way it is. But be mindful. No matter what you're going through, I can guarantee you one thing. It's going to be okay as long as you make God a part of your life. That's the what if guarantee. What if? What if you stop believing all these superstitions? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, people. I say I'm not the counselor, but I have been counseled before by my mother, my grandfather, my wife, my daughters, my kids. Hell, everybody. Maybe even you. You see what I mean? Lee Craft. I'm gonna say, I understand, and I do understand. But like I said, if people didn't love you, they wouldn't tell you certain things about yourself to make yourself better. And some people just hateful, like Donna Blaze. look, you're gonna have a lot of Donna Blaze in this world, but what God has for you, it is for you. All I want to say to people, don't let this Friday 13th scare you away from leaving your house because you said something's going to happen bad outside your house. Something happen bad inside your home. I'm just saying, hey, I've had some good days. I had some bad days. But won't God make a way? Huh? Won't he make a way? Won't he make a way? Won't he make a way? I know he made a way for me. If you knew my backdrop, you should Lee Craft. How are you still standing? I would say, by faith one day, I found a way down in Sorrow Valley, and I started to pray, crying, Lord, Lord, have mercy. And he did. If he can save me, why can't he save you too? Huh? I'm just a spokesman for the Lord. and they hiring. They're hiring. I guarantee you, you can go down there and apply for a job for the Lord, and he'll give you a job on the spot. But you got to have faith. If you don't have faith, don't apply for this job. It's just one requirement. So, like I said, people, hope you enjoyed the show today about superstitions. I know my children always tell me, Lee Craft, Daddy, no, they said, Daddy, you're not a good storyteller. I tell my children sometimes, I say, you know what? I told your mama a good story. And look at me like, Dad, you something else. No, we something else. We better together. So, with that being said, dear Lee Craft, this is my podcast. If you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com. One band, one sound. Together, we got an opportunity to turn this whole world around. But in order to have a real conversation, you got to have real people if you want to have a real conversation. Have a blessed day. And please find time and make time to tell God thank you.